Hello, welcome to this art film. My name's Jamila Walker and I'm a visual artist. I hope you enjoy the film.
So for this activity, we're going to need something to draw with, so pencils, biros, whatever you're happy to draw with, and some paper, maybe an old envelope, a sketchbook, maybe even a canvas, whatever you've got to hand. So the theme of this film is layers, and I am a big fan of layers, and I often work using layers because I feel like it's a slow and mindful way of working for me. So this piece I started with orange triangles and just randomly filled maybe a third of the page with those, and then I changed colour and shape, and I slowly built this up to something that I think has more depth and is a little bit more complicated looking and a bit more textured because of the gradual layering of different really simple shapes. This piece is by Cyswllt. He uses mixed media, so painting, he uses a bit of resin, he uses photographs and collage to create his piece of work, and in the flesh they are really vibrant and quite exciting to look at. This next piece I'm going to show you is also by me, and it's some glasses that I have drawn very simply using a digital app like with the first image that I showed you, and I've rotated them and overlaid them, and when you do that it changes the colours and it also obscures some bits, so there's a lot of scope, and that's why I really like layering, because I think you can use very simple designs and create quite effective pieces. So hopefully this has inspired you for our layered work later on. So for this activity we're going to start off with a still life object to draw. I've decided to use this felt bird, and I'm going to draw for just a few minutes. You might want to set a timer just to give you the sort of added pressure challenge of finishing your drawing within a certain time. It can be quite fun. I'm using a fine liner pen and some continuous line drawing, just because it helps me be a little bit freer and a little bit less precious with the lines I'm making. So if I don't take my pen off the paper as much, I feel like it's a little bit more fun for me, and a little bit more fluid. So my aim when I'm drawing is to do a lot more looking than I do actual drawing, and at this point I'm not really focusing too much on the shadows. I'm mainly looking at the form and a little tiny bit of texture. I'm nearly finished drawing with the black fine liner pen, and next I'm going to move on to something quite different, a bright pink, a neon highlighter, and I'm going to overlap the next drawing onto the first drawing and then carry on as such until I have as many birds as I'm happy with. And I'd like to experiment with different colours, different tones, and sometimes the drawing might get a bit confusing for me, but it makes it more interesting for me. So the third bird I created using a soft pencil. I think it was a bee, and I used my finger to blend out some of the shadow work that I did a little bit under the body of the bird and on the wing and near the beak. I didn't want to add too much detail because I didn't want to overwhelm the other drawings. I wanted them all to have time to shine, to be showcased. I also decided to draw a small wooden elephant that I got from the Gambia repeatedly in a sort of art shape. I've used highlighter pens, biros and pencils, as well as felt tips to create this image, and with each different material there's been different challenges, and as tempting as it is, I aimed to keep looking at my still life object rather than assuming that after the first couple of times of drawing it that I knew exactly what it looked like. So I hope you enjoy creating layers with different drawing materials and still life objects.